It's All Gravy with Teresa. Hey guys, this is Teresa. You're watching It's All Gravy with Teresa. And you guessed it, we're in Teresa's kitchen here in Bowling Green, Kentucky. We always want to start by washing our hands good. Our counters have already been disinfected and cleaned. And today we are going to make a bread without having to use dough that you have to rise and puff down. And this is just a good basic bread recipe. And it's kind of like our banana bread. And it's we have a video of that up already. But this is apple and cinnamon bread. And when the weather starts getting cool, I love for an afternoon snack to have a piece of bread or a piece of cake and a cup of coffee. So that's kind of when I was thinking what I wanted to do. That's when I decided on doing this. And I'm putting apples in it today. You could add raisins if you wanted to. You can put both in it if you want. Another one of those, we're showing you the basic recipe, and then you can add and adjust as you wish to your family. So let's just get started real quick. It's got a lot of steps to it, but it's very easy, and when you get into it, you'll see how easy it is. We're going to do our topping first, which is just a tablespoon of sugar and a half of a teaspoon of cinnamon. And you know me, a little bit more is okay. We're not into perfect measurements. And the cinnamon we've got right here. And this is going to be the topping that we put on the top of our bread. And we're cinnamon eaters, and cinnamon's good for you, so I'm going to overdo that a little bit too. And then we just mix that up, and we're going to put it over here to the side for a minute. And the next thing we're going to mix up is going to be our center, and that is cream cheese, a cream cheese mixture. And this is just an 8-ounce package of cream cheese that I've let lay out this morning to soften. So to that, let's make sure we get all the goodies. This is going to be a layer in between. So whenever you cut into the bread, you're going to get bread, a layer of this cream cheese frosting, or cream cheese mix, and then another layer of bread. It's going to be so good. I can't wait to get it done. And y'all have to excuse me. I don't want to tell you wrong, and I'm so bad about just putting hands full of stuff in there and hoping it turns out, because my bunch will eat it anyway. So if you see me, I'm going to check myself to make sure that I'm doing it the right way. So we've got the softened cream cheese, and we are living intentional, and in my pantry I had dark brown sugar. So that's what we're going to use today, is the dark brown sugar. So I'm putting the 8 ounces of cream cheese. I'm putting 1/3 of a cup of brown sugar. The recipe calls for light brown, but don't sweat it. I had dark is what I had because I bought it for butterscotch pies last week, and that's what we're going to use today. And then we're going to put 1 egg, and my little chickens are still doing great. And I like to, if you got fresh eggs, you all want to break them before you put them into anything. But look how pretty that is. So we're going to add this right into there. And then we're going to put 3 tablespoons of all-purpose flour. So 3 tablespoons of all-purpose flour. And I am going to measure those down pretty good. If it's sweet stuff, I'll let it run over, but this, we're going to do it like it says. Just 2 and 3. Then we're just going to mix all this up. The egg. You can see how that's soft already. And you don't have to use a mixer. I don't plan on getting mine out, but I never know how long my arms are going to last these days. But see how that's incorporating already? It looks really good. A little bit of lumps in there is okay. That just means when you get a bite of that, you're going to have a good bite of cream cheese. All right, so we got 2 steps done. There they are. Now we're going to mix our dry ingredients. So our dry ingredients, we have I just went blank there for a minute, sorry. That reminds me of a woman I was watching the other day. I watch different videos of people to see how bad I'm doing. And there's one of my favorites, her name is Brenda Gant. And she cooks just good old-fashioned cooking like I do. And she's kind of like me. She's a little bit scattered some days. But I love watching her, Brenda Gant. So for this, we're going to put the sugar, which we have 2/3 of a cup of white sugar. And we're going to put 1/3 of a cup of brown sugar. We'll have to get another 1/3 of a cup. And remember, whatever you got, dark or light, whatever's in your pantry will work fine. We're going to put, you can either use 8 ounces of Greek yogurt or sour cream, 8 ounces of sour cream. And I have 8 ounces of sour cream that we're going to put in here. Clint, I knew I'd do it. I say, we made a point of me going around and getting everything that I needed. And of course, I didn't have it all. Can y'all imagine how good this is going to taste already? Clint and I have been talking about it all afternoon. So there's that. And we need the egg. There's another beautiful egg. Look how pretty. Put that right in there. And vanilla. We need, I'm sorry, Clint.
You're all right.
I know I'm really off of it today. I need 2 teaspoons of vanilla. So 2 teaspoons of vanilla. And you know, and vanilla is okay to run over a little bit too. Just gonna make it that much better.
I like that nail color.
Thank you. It's called I'm Not a Waitress Red. And I like it too. Thank you. So we got that. We got the eggs. Or egg. We got the egg. I think that is it for that. For the dry, the cinnamon. I just want to make sure, guys, because I don't want to tell you anything wrong. Okay, and this is it. That's all we put. So we've got the sour cream or yogurt, one or the other. and we've got vanilla, and we've got an egg, and we've got sugar, white and brown sugar.
What difference would yogurt versus sour cream make?
I'd say it's about the same. They have about the same texture. Maybe just a little bit of difference in the flavor. But I use the sour cream for our banana bread, so I just thought I would use it for this. So that's that. See how good that mixed up? And now we're going to do our dry ingredients. And I know, like I said, it looks like a lot of steps, but you'll see how fast it goes together when we get it. So for the dry ingredients, we put the flour, and we're going to put cinnamon, which is another teaspoon of cinnamon. A teaspoon of cinnamon. And then here I've already got my salt, baking soda, and baking powder. That's all in here together already. And so we're going to whisk this together till it is nice and smooth with no lumps. And I'm assuming, because I'm doing it because I don't have a sifter. I used to have one years ago, but I don't have. I probably left it at the restaurant. But see how nice that is and fluffy now. Okay, now we're going to make our mix. We're going to go ahead and spray our pan. You can either grease this with shortening or use Pam. I like Pam. And I like to spray it pretty good so we don't have to worry about it coming out. We've got that. We're going to add our apples. We diced up one apple, and it was about this size, and this is about 1/3 of a cup after you get it cut up. So we're going to add that into our wet mixture. We're going to fold it. There's a little piece of core we don't want that. So we're just going to fold that in. What is it? The core.
Have you seen the fold in the cheese? I'll show it to you.
All right, there's that. And now we're going to add our dry ingredients. So I'm going to put just a little bit at a time and then mix it up. And this is supposed to be stiff, you know, when you get it done. Not like a cookie dough, but it'll be pretty stiff.
So it's not one you like knead with your hands?
No, you don't need this. You don't have to put it out and let it rise. This just bakes up by itself. Which is, I have the stuff, and I keep saying that I'm going to do that. I'm going to make some homemade bread. We go through so much bread here that I would love to start making it. I've just got to make myself do it. I have so many projects. I say all the time, I don't know how in the world I raised 4 children and run Teresa's for all those years, and I still got stuff done. And now I'm home, and I've got a blanket I've been trying to make Trip, my little grandson. I started it when his mother was pregnant, and I still don't have it finished. He's 3 years old. So I'm really going to try to do that and have it ready for him by Christmas. But it may be next Christmas. There's the last little bit of that. See, it's really simple. It's just a lot of different little steps. And for me, I don't know about you guys, but for me, I have found especially, I've always loved to cook, but especially since I'm out of the restaurant, I enjoy it. Kind of calms me. You know, there's a difference in making a loaf of bread and making 20 loaves of bread. So instead of me being stressed and trying to make sure I get it done on time, this is really enjoyable for me. And I appreciate you all being on the journey with me. Again, like I said, it feels so good to feel like I'm in the public again, even if I can't touch you. I do see your comments, and you know, it helps me out. I miss you guys. I started waiting tables when I was 13, so I have been in the public my whole life, and then I just stopped cold turkey. And that was great for about the first 6 months. And then I was like, what in the world did I do? But it's all good. All right, we've got that all mixed up good. Now we're going to put 2/3 of this into our pan. And again, we're just going to guess at it. We're not stressed out about any of this. So about 2/3 of it. And like I said, it's pretty stiff. So we're gonna, I think that's about right, Clint. We're gonna make sure we get it in the corners. That smells so good already, guys. So we've got it in the corners. We got it spread out pretty good. Now I'm going to take this is our cream cheese, egg, brown sugar, and maybe vanilla mixture, I believe. And then I'm going to spoon it to start with, and then that way we know we get it on all of it. In the corners. Let's do our corners. I know you hear my dogs. We got them locked up, but they're not going to hush. Somebody's out there mowing or doing their leaves, it sounds like. They're big guard dogs. They think they are. Bubba's about 13 years old and sleeps all day unless he hears something. And Fred is our yappy dog, a little poodle. All right, so see how great that is. I know I keep bragging on myself. Let's hope it turns out like I think it's going to. All right, so we want to make sure we got that where you'll get a bite all the way around. I don't like to waste any, so we're going to... Okay. And now we're going to use the rest of our batter and put it on top. This will air after Thanksgiving, so I hope you guys made Thanksgiving work for you. I hear the weather is supposed to be beautiful, so I'm hoping for us too that we will be able to get together outside and have more people come. And you know, family's very important. We don't have many of us left of my immediate family, so anytime we can get together, and that has not been really any this year, and I know there's a lot of people in the same spot. So hopefully you all enjoyed. And don't stress, it's so easy. I went through looking at our videos the other day. There is everything. We're going to fix everything that is in there. We're doing deviled eggs. We're doing the Velveeta macaroni and cheese. We're doing mashed potatoes. We're doing the green bean casserole. Also, I'm making a sweet potato casserole, and that's not in the videos, but all those others, you can just go right through our videos and set up your whole table. And they're going to be easy, good recipes. All right. Now, the last thing is we're going to put on our cinnamon sugar. And same thing, when I do it, I like to make sure I get some on all of it. So we're just going to start at one end and sprinkle all around with my red fingernails. I'm not a waitress anymore. In that fact, you guys think about our servers and small business. You know, they're all having a hard time right now.
Carry out.
Yeah, try to do carry out, and when you do carry out, most everyone I have talked to, they are putting all the tips in a jar and splitting between the servers because I was in the business for years, you cannot pay everybody kitchen wages and pay your light bill. So please think about those folks and what you can do to help them. I know every little bit helps. All right, our oven is on 350. We're going to put this right in there. It is going to cook for 55 to 65 minutes. At 55 minutes, I'm going to check it. You can take a toothpick and stick right in the middle. If it comes out clean, it's done. If it's still a little bit tacky on there, just do it about 5 minutes at a time. You can check if it starts getting too brown on top to suit you. Just put a piece of aluminum foil over top it. Just lay over top of it for the last 10 to 15 minutes that it bakes. We're going to be back in just a little bit and see the finished product. I thank you all so much for watching us, and we'll be back in a jiff. All right, we are back, and we did end up putting a piece of foil on here. We let it cook the whole 65 minutes that it suggested, and it's still a little bit tacky. So we're just going to see. I am saying it's like that because we have the cream cheese filling that we'll have to set when it cools off. So we will see what happens, whether we show you this or we scrap it. So, it looks beautiful. It smells wonderful. And we're going to let it cool off at least 20 minutes. And then we will take a slice and see what happens. Thank you all so much. Thank you for watching us, for sharing us, for telling your friends and family if they want just good home cooking, basic recipes. That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to live intentional, using what we have in the cabinet and the cupboards. And there's always something that you can substitute. And cooking should not stress you out. It should be a relief. It should be a relief to learn how to feed your family with less. So that's what we're hoping for with this. We are still trying to get YouTube followers up, so if you can do that, please help us. Facebook is doing well. Thank you for continuing that. We will give away a shirt pretty soon.
We're at 1,930 right now.
Oh, 1930 right now. So we'll be giving away a shirt. If you are interested in purchasing a shirt, you can PM us and let us know. We also have Patreon. And if you think you might be interested in that, please go to that site and look at it. And I think that's it. I hope you've had a wonderful Thanksgiving. I hope you're praying for our country, and I hope you are wearing a mask. Let's do the little things we can do to knock this virus out. It's time to get rid of it. We're all ready to get back to living. And we've decided to live We do go and do, but we wear a mask and we wash our hands and we use hand sanitizer. So I'm hoping and encouraging you to do the same. And that's it. God loves us. I hope you feel that. The holidays are a hard time for a lot of people, including me. But I try to stay busy and I try to help others. So maybe that'll work for you. I love you guys and God bless.